Soul Simmers, it looks like the gameplay trailer has dropped for The Sims 4 for rent. So I want to talk about what we saw in the trailer, I want to talk about the new information we got, and let's also talk about a few of the community reactions. So the first thing I got from the trailer is we are seeing how we actually define the apartment units. It looks like after selecting the lot as a residential rental, we can build normally and then click on rooms to determine if the room is a part of a shared space or a specific apartment unit. It could be a little clunky and difficult clicking on like a lot of different little rooms since, working with rooms in The Sims 4 can be a little tricky. I was hoping the mechanic would be more like the room build tool thing that we already have, where we can draw around multiple rooms and then select the units that those rooms are a part of. I mean, that could still be an option for us since we can't tell from the gameplay trailer, and we won't know until the EA Game Changers get their hands on the pack, but that's something that I'm thinking about looking at the trailer. It looks like they also give us an option to turn on and off the colored outlines of the different units to make it easier for us to see the boundaries of the apartments. My guess, based on the interface, is we may even be able to choose the color of the outlines of each unit. Another thing that we're seeing about building apartments is you can decide if the unit is a quote home unit where the landlord lives. So if you live on the lot and you own the lot, you won't be paying rent for the unit your sim lives in, obviously. And the last thing that I'm picking up about building apartments is, again, when it comes to defining apartments and shared spaces, it's as easy as clicking on the room and setting it as a shared space. So in the gameplay trailer, I see there are 2 studio apartments that shared a bathroom. So it's cool because it's making me think about dorm rooms for university. If you're liking this video so far, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos on Sims news and gameplay, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Okay, on to running apartments. The gameplay trailer explicitly shows us some of the mechanics around being a property owner, but it doesn't answer a lot of questions about just living as a tenant. So what are some things that I can tell from the trailer that we can do running apartments? The first thing, it looks like there will be a required object to run apartments. The for rent style sign that we saw in the reveal trailer and that is also shown in the gameplay trailer. So by clicking on the sign, it seems like you're able to review the tenant agreement where you can define the rent per day, the lease length. You can review the rating for your unit, the rules for your unit, and who occupies the unit. One of the rules looks like it's hilarious, like no ghosts. And it looks like there are fines associated with each rule when the rule is enabled. Another thing we can see about running apartments is they explicitly show us that we can set the rent for units to $0, 0 simoleons. So we know the minimum rent can be nothing, but there is a max rent that we can set on each unit. I'm gonna guess the max rent amount has something to do with the unit value based on the objects that are in the unit. But again, that's my guess. Based on the gameplay trailer, what we actually see is that we can set the rent to $0 for individual units. Then they show us a screen for filling a vacancy for a unit. Here we can see the details of the unit, including the rating, the rules, how many beds and baths it has, and the rent per day. And we can also see potential tenants for the unit. We see how many beds the potential tenants are looking for and what their max rent is. The trailer shows the number of potential tenants increases as the rating for the unit increases. So my question around this is where are these tenants coming from? Are they randomly generated for this apartment functionality? Are they the same pool of Sims that we have in our world management? The Sims that don't actually have a house associated with them, but they're still part of our world. I'm also wondering, how will unit ratings work for apartments that we build that don't actually have a landlord associated with them? Which then also kind of makes me think about how do landlords work with buildings that we don't set a landlord for? Will that be automatically generated? I don't know. That they didn't get into that with the gameplay trailer. All we see is that there is a list of tenants that we can select to put in units. Lastly, they show us that we are able to demand late rent and repossess objects to make up for missing rent money. The trailer shows us a unit that's a hot ass mess and that we're able to evict a tenant. But the trailer also implies that we can kind of have a stern talking to with our tenants to kind of get them to get their act together, because then the apartment that they showed us ends up getting cleaned up and the overdue rent ends up getting paid. Some other details that I'm picking up from the gameplay trailer include new objects. I think we're getting a new slim dishwasher and a dish strainer, like the ones that came with the Home Chef Hustle stuff pack. We also see the tea kettle again and like the Instapot object again that we saw in the reveal trailer. We'll be getting a new grill and a new mini fridge, amongst other things. And these are things that I'm assuming are coming with the new pack because they're in the trailer. So anything that I didn't recognize as part of the base game, I'm just assuming is new, right? The trailer also shows us a tenant strike, pests, and an exterminator who's fumigating a unit, and, shows us again repositioning objects. So how is the community feeling about the gameplay trailer reveal? Personally, I'm super excited. Like, this just makes me want the pack even more. And it looks like there will also be opportunities for more cross-pack compatibility, which I think is a big thing that the community is concerned with. SimGuru Nova implied on X, formerly known as Twitter, that we'll be able to possibly tell tenants that there are no pets allowed if you have the Sims cats and dogs. I wonder if that'll extend to horses as well with the Horse Ranch expansion pack. The other thing, though, that I'm really seeing a lot of people are excited about is hotels. People saw this gameplay trailer for apartments, and now they're excited about hotels. I think it's because of the tenant management screen and being able to set the rent price and the lease length. So people are taking this as a hint that hotels are coming, and that until then, we can play these apartments like they are hotels. And while I can see that this could be a nod to what the hotel management system could look like for us, this isn't hotels. SimGuru Nova, who worked on the pack, even steps in to clarify that tenants can stay indefinitely, essentially renewing their lease as often as they want, which is not how hotels work. I think there's an idea that we can fake hotels right now because we may be able to do a short-term rental situation, but no, that's not what this pack seems like it is. I do agree that, again, maybe we will be getting hotels in the near future, and I get that we're excited for hotels as a community, but can we take some time to enjoy this pack that ain't even out yet? Anyway, how do you feel about the gameplay trailer? What details did you see in the trailer that I missed? And what info have you seen the Sim Gurus confirm that I didn't mention in this video? Let me know in the comments below. And I've got all the relevant links in the description below, like the gameplay trailer, the For Rent blog post that they posted with the reveal trailer, and my apartment builds. If you're interested in that, go ahead and bookmark those. I will update those as soon as I get my hands on the pack. And if you've made it this far in the video, comment these emojis below. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to be the first to learn about my next Sims videos. And if you've got time, check out my other Sims videos. Talk to y'all soon. Dag dag!